Dr. Gold in the lab, Twitch stream glowing, formulas flashing, minds wide, knowledge flowing, equations on the board, numbers never sleep, teaching math and physics while them haters count sheep. Actual education, tune in and get schooled, flipping textbooks, breaking all the rules, from Newton to Einstein, concepts elevate. Keep the stream, it's the key to our fate. Dr. Gold dropping gems, knowledge raining down, actual education making scholars all around. Perpendicular minds, angles sharp as ice, maths and physics, yeah, the future's real nice. Got the Pythagorean triangles about to flex, quantum theories on deck, breaking all the specs. Relativity theories, worlds getting small, grasp the universal laws, standing tall. From the atom to the cosmos, we rolling deep, grafing up the stars, no time to sleep. Black holes and supernovas, concepts we unfold, brain power heavy, yeah, that's Dr. Gold. Dr. Gold dropping gems, knowledge raining down, actual education making scholars all around. Perpendicular minds, angles sharp as ice, maths and physics, yeah, the future's real nice.
What's up, everybody?
That's dope.
All right. Set stage. Okay. Yes, I apologize. Daylight savings has kind of wrecked stuff per usual.
You done messed up, AA Ron!
Fucking daylight savings. One second.
I was going to say, it's 10 o'clock. What's going on?
I know. Do you guys have daylight savings over there? Wow, thanks for the sub, Sensation. Huge, man.
30th.
What about 30th?
Daylight savings time, 30th.
Oh, yeah, Jeff says it won't enter until the 30th. Oh, interesting. Okay, that makes sense. Make sure
and then ours go back before yours do.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh, I think so. Who knows these days? I thought we got rid of it. I thought there was a law where we said we weren't doing this shit anymore. I don't know. Could be wrong. Okay, but we are live. This is working. Nice. Okay, there is
like a legitimate point though, isn't there?
Well, I mean, there's a legit reason to have daylight savings. I agree with that. But I don't know, is it super necessary? It's these days we don't really have like farmers and stuff doing things, do we?
Right, but does it save energy for the individual?
Oh, I see. Does it save energy? Oh, I don't know about that.
Because at the end of the day, the individual has to pay for that energy.
And honestly, like all the energy gets used at night, anyways. I get it. It was originally invented so that like farming people, I guess like going to school and stuff, like would wake up at the right hours or something. I don't know. But Jeff says it would be better if we just moved forward 1 hour forever. Forever time travel. Yes, wouldn't that be great? Yeah, what's up, Ethan?
It would be better if we moved forward.
Oh wait, you got a haircut. Wait, sorry. I gotta put you on cue, dude. I haven't even seen your haircut yet. One sec. What the fuck's going on here? Wait, where are you? Why can't I see you? Oh, Sensation. No, what's happening? I think I got it. One sec. Half guest. Okay, there you go. Full guest. There we are. Wow.
Good job.
Sensation. The scalp. Nice. I'm probably gonna join you on the shaving my head game pretty soon here, honestly.
That's not why I shaved.
Oh, why? Wait, don't tell us you got cancer or something. I'm gonna get fucking pissed, dude.
No. The chances of that happening are 0.
Okay. Okay, good. What's the reason? Tell us.
You know what my medical condition is, don't you?
I don't know. You're awesome. you got what spicy behavior or something? I don't know. Fuck. What do they call
Yeah,
these
something
days?
like that.
Sorry, what do they call it?
Well,
Asperger's,
I was-
autism. I don't know. Like, what do they call it?
I was diagnosed with Asperger's syndrome at the time when I was like.
You
in my
don't,
early
you
20s.
don't give off Asperger vibes, bro. I work with kids with Asperger's, and like, you don't give me those vibes. But okay, go on with your story. It's like exhibit, the exhibit Asperger's. Okay, maybe.
Anyway, I forget to take care of myself properly. Like,
Okay.
genuinely just forget.
Same.
And my hair is like was really really long, and then it just gets matted together like to fuck, and I'm just like, oh,
Oh, I got
cut my
it.
hair off. Cut my
Yeah.
hair off, please.
Yeah, you got the what do they call this? It's like you got dreadlocks going, but they're not as organized.
Yeah, not as cool looking, just really
as
annoying,
cool.
and you can't get a brush to them.
Oh man. Okay, I see. So you just said I'm just gonna chop it all off. Like fuck it.
Again, this is the like 16th time I've done this.
Okay, I just haven't noticed it because you're always wearing like a hoodie or something, maybe.
No, I mean I cut my hair to this level, let
Yes.
it grow out to my shoulders, have it, get it matted again, and then cut it.
I see. There's a cycle. It's like the cycle
Yeah.
of sensation hair. Oh, okay, that's cool.
Well, back in the day, I used to have like a flat top. If you've ever seen one of them,
What's a flat? What's
That was good.
What's up?
What's a flat top?
Flat top hair. I want to look it up.
short back and sides.
Oh, I see. I see what that is. Yes. This,
Something
I
like
see
that.
it. Yeah, something like this. Okay.
Although that's way more extreme.
Or like this, kind of like, I don't know, you played football in the 80s or something, or the 70s. Oh, this is dope, dude. What? Excuse me.
That's dope.
Yeah, bro, this hair I would fuck with, dude. This is nice.
High fade.
High fade, the high fade. Yeah. Low fade,
This
taper,
is drop fade.
drop fade. Nice.
Yeah, I went all the way through school with that haircut,
Wow. Okay.
and then
Yeah, that would make sense. That's kind of like a almost like a prep school haircut, no?
military.
Military. That's what I want to say. Yeah, like military preparatory school. That's what we call it over here. Yeah.
Definitely very American.
Yes. Oh, Reki, I'm sorry you lost your streak. Should have came by the podcast on Friday, Reki. Yeah. Joffrey says, I need a break from tax work. Can you draw a mathematicat for me? Excuse me, what's a mathematicat? A mathematical cat? Like using Desmos? I wonder if we like... Yeah, let's see if we ask... Let me ask ChatGPT to come up with something. I'm going to say like, come up with a series of equations I can plug into a graphing calculator that will draw a cat. I'm gonna do it for you, Joffrey. I got you, dude. He says he wants a cat. The man shall have his cat today. Oh, also my camera hub needs to update. Oh, I definitely meant cat, not catter. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Yeah, why is this all off? Where's my lights? Oh, this is not showing. Oh, interesting. Oh.
So the chat window's missing as well.
Oh, the chat window? No, we still have the chat window. Which chat window are you talking about? We have this one.
Left.
There's the chat.
Oh, there. we go.
Yeah, chat works there, I think. Oh my god, look, dude, look what it came up with. It gave me what the head would be, what the ears would be, the right ear, the eyes. Oh man, this is a lot. The whiskers? What? It came with the whiskers too? Oh man, this is a little bit too much though. I don't know about this. This would take me a long time to do. I don't know if I want to do this.
This is very reminiscent of old school graphics programming.
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah, this is very old school graphics programming.
Draw from
Yeah.
point A to point B, and then draw another shape from point A to point B.
Yeah, it's like an Etch-a-Sketch. What's up, Gaming Aldevrado? Yeah, what's up? Hi, my dog.
Check out
yeah.
my head.
Hey, my head. Yikes. Yeah, Joffrey. Yeah, that's a little bit. Yeah, that must be the nicest sensation, just like rubbing your head, and it's just like so squeaky clean. Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of hair there. I've just got very,
Yeah.
very fine blonde hair, so you can't see it.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
There's a lot more than you can see.
Right, you can't even see. Yeah, I'm looking at it. There's just like a faint shadow of the hair. Yeah. Gaming says the one who moves first must change his religion to Islam. Oh wow. Okay, that's quite a challenge. Isn't it Ramadan right now?
No, don't do that.
Yeah, I don't need to like change any of that. Okay. All right, people are yelling.
Monotheism is evil, regardless of exactly which one it is.
Yes, but I always say all religions are the same thing. They're just pointing and calling it different things. Like everyone's pointing to the same sun and just being like calling it a different name. But whatever.
Well, isn't that the joke though? Islam doesn't point to the sun. Islam's god is the devil in more literal terms.
Oh, really? Is it? I didn't know that. Oh.
They say it isn't, but if you think about what their god stands for, it's just death and chaos
really?
and destruction.
Oh, they don't have a nice god? I like how God changes between the Old Testament and the New Testament. Like the Old Testament, he's just like a vengeful, I'm going to punish you guys for worshiping the wrong thing and plagues and floods. And then you get to the New Testament and suddenly God is like kind and like forgiving and merciful and all this. It's hilarious how they did the character shift, between the two books.
What's more amusing is the fact that most people forget that the Old Testament is actually the Jewish Bible.
It is. It's the Torah, right? The Torah is the Old Testament, and then the New Testament is, I guess, what like Christianity kind of added to.
Yeah, and so it's
Jeff,
like
Go on.
Oh, everyone's like, "Oh, Judaism's awesome." No, it's literally Old Testament.
Yeah, it's just pain. Well, and then also there's the Talmud, right? Isn't that that's another piece of text, right?
The Talmud.
I don't know. I always see people on 4chan saying, "I reject the Talmud" or something.
Wake up early and kill your enemies before they kill you, kind of stuff. It's that's something that's in the Talmud. I remember.
I was talking with my Jewish friends actually. I was at a party for screenwriters, no surprise, and they were talking about like there are a lot of like funny things in Judaism which are about kind of like just cheating God, like coming up with little like workarounds. Like apparently there are elevators in New York that will go to all the floors automatically because on whatever day they're not allowed to do things that like spark electricity. So the way they get away with not touching the switches is to just have the elevator go up and down all the time.
Yeah.
Or they have what's called like the family goy, right? You get someone who's not Jewish to just do stuff for you. I'm just like, excuse me, what?
The family goy.
The family goy, dude. No, and then here's the most ridiculous one. I'm going to show you this. There is a fishing line that goes all the way around Manhattan. Do you know about this one?
No.
Yeah, so Manhattan is like New York City, right? Here we go. There is a clear, it's called an eruv, is what it's called apparently. And it's a bit of fishing line that goes all the way around the city of Manhattan. And what it does, so here's like the map of it and things. It then, I think, technically makes Manhattan a private space such that people can leave their house on Shabbat because they're in a private place and not a public place. And it's because there's this fishing line like making a border around all of fucking Manhattan. Yeah. More than 200 cities around the world are partially encircled by an eruv. Maybe I'm pronouncing it wrong. And it's inexpensive because it costs between $125,000 and $150,000 a year to maintain. Dude, what? What type of fucking madness is this, dog? You're spending six figures on a fishing line so that there's a technicality with your agreement with God or whatever such that you can leave the house on Shabbat. Like, excuse me? What?
Don't understand that.
I don't understand that at all. It's just madness. But whatever, dude. Like, people have their own beliefs. I'm not going to judge. Well, I am going to judge in this case because this is ridiculous, but I'm not going to hate on it. But there you go. If you guys want it. That's what I learned. That's what I learned this weekend from my Jewish filmmaker friends. I was like, oh, that's kind of weird. You guys have these interesting, like, bypasses on things. But
Presbyterianism is just as bad, so I can't really.
All religions have like weird things that's going on. I will say the one thing I did, I like almost dated a Muslim chick for a bit, and the one thing I did kind of like about Islam was that there aren't really any like loopholes in things. Like this whole like Ramadan thing, it's pretty hardcore. Like they're not allowed to eat or drink or even like chew gum or like do anything like during the day from like the sun coming up and the sun going down, and it's I think for 40 days. Which is significant, right? That's like a ninth of the almost like 12% of the year, and it's to show like their devotion to something higher than them, and that like I don't know, that they're just humans, like kind of like it's like a humbling thing. And if you do fuck up, like if you do accidentally, I don't know, like chew some gum or accidentally take a drink of water, your penance for it is to buy a meal for someone who is poor who can't afford it. And I was like, oh, that's actually really cool. I like that. I know Islam gets a bad rap for all the Allah Akbar, like fucking like bombs and stuff, but I thought this part of it was pretty cool. I was like, oh, okay. And if you cheat, yeah, the penance is to do something nice for poor people. I was like, cool.
Well, see, here's the issue though.
The issue is always extremism eventually.
pre 1970, everything probably was exactly as you stipulated it to be.
Right.
But all the Muslims lived in the Middle East.
Okay.
And it was a nice time, and everyone was having a great time, and even Iran was like good times. They were much more atheist and extremist.
Sure.
Anyway, the Arab Spring happened. All the Muslims became extremists, and I do mean all of them.
Uh-huh.
And then spread throughout the world.
Okay, so like most things, we had it good, and then like a bunch of people wanted to take power and just fucked it up. What's up, Zach? Good to see you.
The Ayatollah, specifically.
Oh. Yeah, someone was yelling at someone in my sauna today they were yelling in Farsi, so I guess they're from Iran, but about supporting, I guess, the regime or something. I don't know. They were like, y'all are all protesting now. Well, I think like a lot of the population was cool with. So is the Arab Spring? Is that when Iran changed regimes? Is that what we're referring to? The
Ayatollah took over, and then everyone else kind of followed some things.
But that's the main event that happened, was the Iranian Revolution. That's what's like kind of markers the Arab Spring.
I'll have to look this up.
All right, we're learning some history today. We actually mainly do math and science, but I like learning history too. It's fun. Those who do not learn history are doomed to repeat it. Anyway, shout out to Zach. Zach, we're going to do a fun stream soon in 4 days, right? It's for Pi Day for 3/14. That's going to be really cool. Oh, Jeff says the overthrow of the Shah in Iran was different. Oh, okay. Okay. Anyways, all right, cool. All right, we got a lot of people watching in the chat, so let's get started on doing some math and science questions, and we're going to kick off the stream. Welcome, everyone, to Office Hours. My name is Dr. Gold, Actual Education, the stream that helps you out with math, homework, science, homework, all sorts of fun stuff. Yeah, if you found us from TikTok, YouTube, or Twitch, or any one of these platforms, this is a live stream that lasts around 2 hours, and what we do is we help answer whatever math or science homework questions, or maybe you have like a test coming up, you got a practice test you want to go through, and we help you out to do well in school. So the best way to get help is you can use that website down below. It's actualdiscord.com/submit. I'll put it in the Twitch chat for people here so that people can see. But yeah, that's the address. And if you upload a screenshot there, we'll do it live on the stream. Doing it live. Anyways, first question for today is from Adarsh. Adarsh, you in the chat with us? Where's my boy Adarsh? I see him. I think he is. He's always here. Yep, he's here. Cool. All right, let's do it. Looks like we're doing exponentials, and as always, yeah, you are punctual, which is good. It looks like we're solving exponential functions, and we're going to do something with probably logarithms here. So, first question here, right, is y is equal to 10 to the x plus 3. Okay. So, this is an algebraic expression, which means that there are variables, and we're trying to solve for x. Well, actually, what are we trying to do here? Adarsh, what are the instructions? Usually there's a number here. Yeah, I need a little bit more information on this question. Yeah. Hey, Dr. Gold, I think YouTube and TikTok you guys broken. Oh, really? Let me try to fix it. How rude. That is so rude. One sec. You are right. It is. It is broken. I don't know what does that. Thank you. There we go. That should be not web browsing, sorry. I need it to be is it? Yeah, why is it off? I don't know why it does that. One sec. Office hours. There we go. That should be fixed. Why is this one linked? One sec. Link scene.
YouTube's fine.
Yeah, he's talking. I think of the YouTube vertical, maybe. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Thanks for. Yeah. It's OBS. Honestly, OBS like fucks up sometimes with things. It's quite annoying. Okay, I forgot to tell. This is the inverse. Okay. Oh, so they want you to figure out the inverse of this. All right, that's fine. Okay. So yeah. All right. Thanks, Shantrix, again for checking that. Oh, and yeah, congrats on being mod, Shantrix. Yeah, appreciate you being around and helping out with stuff. Figured you deserve a promotion. When you're done with these, do y equals x plus ln of x. Okay. What do you mean do? Why do you want me to do that? What do you have to do to be a mod? Just be around, be helpful, responsible, and then I promote people, occasionally, as we grow, really. Which we had a lot of people come in the server over the weekend, so I was like, we need more mods. Also, the mods I have get older and then have to do like other life things such as college or whatnot, so they're a little less active, and then so I need to kind of like backfill in new mods. So that's what we do. So yeah, Darsh, you're pretty active. You seem responsible, so stick around. You'll probably be promoted as well.
Don't forget the beatings.
Don't forget the beatings. Yeah. Yes.
How to become a mod? Beatings.
The beatings will continue until morale improves. So being a good citizen of actual education. Yeah, exactly. Good citizen. Also like helping out. Like if people are active in the server and like helping out other people, then I really appreciate that. Yeah, and responsibility is also very important. Because you get powers that can kind of screw things up if you go crazy with them. So all right, find the inverse. Okay, my first step whenever finding an inverse is to like switch x and y. That's what I do. So like I just switch what the x and the y are. So doing this, I'm going to switch what the x and the y are. And that's going to get me x is equal to 10 to the y plus 3. And now the next step is solve for y. Yeah. So the way to do this is to yeah, one second, let me move this over here. Oh, my TikTok chat's not working. The way to do this is we now need to get y equals. And because y is up in the exponent, the trick we use for this is a property of logarithms. And so usually what we're going to do is here we're going to just take the log of both sides. But before I do that, so actually a little caution here. Let's try to get the y as stripped down as we can. Basically, try to get as many things away from this 10 to the y as we can. And the first thing I see there's this plus 3. I don't like this plus 3. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to subtract 3 from both sides. And that's going to get me x minus 3 is equal to 10 to the y. Now what I can do is take the logarithm of both sides. So now if we do log, and you're doing the log of the whole thing, so this is log of x minus 3, is equal to the log of 10 to the y, okay? Then this will come down, because the logarithm of something to an exponent is the exponent coming down times the logarithm of what was inside. So this is going to end up just equaling y log 10, and then this is equal to log of x minus 3. And then here's kind of the clever thing. When we took log here of both sides, we didn't specify what base the log was. I didn't know if this was log base 2, log base 900 or something. It's just log base something. That means you can choose it to be log base whatever you want at the end. So since I see here that I have a log of 10. What's up, Small? Good to see you, dude. I'm going to choose this to be log base 10. And this is going to be log base 10. The reason why I did this is the log base 10 of 10 is just 1. So this goes away, which is super nice. So then you're left with y is equal to log base 10 of x minus 3. And then the last step, you gotta be very careful here. Otherwise your teacher will get mad at you and like mark it wrong. Is you have to replace this y with y inverse of x. Or sometimes if your original function here was f of x, you would say f inverse of x. So yeah, you want to say this is now y inverse of x. And then you're done. Yeah. Because technically y of x is 10 to the x plus 3. So this is y inverse of x is this. Yeah. And if you ever want to check to make sure you did the right thing, what you can do is you can do y of y inverse of x, and this should give you just x. Because taking the function of the inverse function, these things cancel each other out. And you should just be left with just this. So let's look at that. So let's remember y of x was equal to 10 to the x plus 3, okay? So then y of, sorry, this isn't y prime, sorry. So y of y inverse of x means that this whole thing is going to go into here, okay? So here, y of y inverse of x. Okay, that's equal to 10 to the log base 10 of x minus 3 plus 3. Frozen says, what are some tips on learning brief calculus in college? Sorry, that's not a silly question. You're okay, dude. Brief calculus? Like you want to just quickly learn calculus? I feel like they have these like these like notepad things. One second. It's like quick calculus cheat sheet. Yeah. It's like one of these things. These are like kind of fun. Or like this. This is a cool little calculus cheat sheet. I guess they sell these things. I don't want to pay for this. Excuse me. This is a preview. Okay, whatever. Oh, the name of the course is at ASU. Brief calculus at ASU. Okay, let's look it up. Brief calculus, Arizona State. I'm just curious what they go through in this course. Okay, it's called Math 210. All right. Differential integral calculus with applications. Okay. Yeah, let's look at the final answer. The final. Let's just see what it is. Okay, so you have limits, more limits. You got some rate of change. You got some derivatives, chain rule. Cool. This seems like a pretty just basic calculus course. Yeah, related rates. Then you got integrals, some Rolle's theorem, improper integrals, and then that's it. Oh, you do have some convergence testing. Yeah. What's up? Not even trying the boss. What's up, dog? You can't trust a state that doesn't. Yeah, Arizona's forever free. Yeah. Okay. So I mean, it's funny that they call this brief calculus. Because I don't know. I wouldn't really call this brief. This is a full calculus class. I think it's maybe brief because they do it quickly. But this would take 2 semesters in college to go through. This would take a whole year. Is this done in just 1 semester? That's pretty intense. Yeah. I don't know. The best way to learn this is to like fully learn calculus. My videos are so helpful. Thanks, dude. I appreciate that, dude. Yeah, so this is a live stream. Not even trying that. So what we do is we help out students with any homework questions they have. So this one we were doing is exponential functions and logarithms and inverses. Frozen says 1 semester, 7.5 weeks. Yeah, that's gonna be a fucking heater, dude. That's a bender of a class. That's a class, Frozen, that is usually taught in 20 weeks. And it's getting taught in 7.5 weeks. So, yeah, that's gonna be a tricky class. Yeah. So you can post questions. Yeah, just use that website, and you can upload a screenshot and we'll go over on the stream. Yeah. Godspeed to you, Frozen. Just heads up, like that's an intense class. That's really fast. Yeah, that's super fast. You're covering two semesters of calculus in under a quarter. A quarter is usually 10 weeks. Yeah. Anyways, okay, so if you want to test this, right, 10 to the log base 10 of this is another little trick with logarithms. Anytime you have log anytime you have a to the log base a of b, these things cancel, and you just get b. So in this case, you would end up getting just x minus 3. Oh wait, sorry, there was I forgot the plus 3 over here. And then plus 3. So then minus 3 plus 3 cancels, and you just get x, which is exactly what I wanted. So yeah. That's how you do it. Are you back, Sensation? What happened? Something died?
No, just the message from YouTube there. I can't see it.
You can? I think it's just delayed because I see it on here. Do you see how you're down at the bottom here? It says Sensation test.
I don't see the previous message.
Oh, because there's 2 streams, Sensation. There's a vertical and a horizontal.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, YouTube does this thing. Well, because if I want to stream to... So I think the people that are finding us is through YouTube Shorts, which is, I don't know, it's an easier way to reach people because most kids don't watch horizontal long-form content because it sucks and it's boring and it's long, but they love shorts. So you can go live now on YouTube Shorts. You just have to output to vertical format. And so with OBS, I can now output to vertical and horizontal. So it'll output 2 streams to YouTube, and then one will go to Shorts and one will go to regular.
Okay.
So that's why there are 2 streams.
For everyone watching on their mobile phones, listen to me very, very carefully, because I'm only going to say this one time.
He's going to say this one time.
Eat your phone.
Eat your phone, dude, he says.
Buy a laptop.
Buy a laptop. Buy some attention span. I don't know. I don't think it's coming back anytime soon. So, anyways. Yeah, Ethan, give me a second. 1 second. Let me finish this question out. Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Adarsh. I hope that helped you out. Let me know if you have any other questions about that, but it's basically going to be the same process for these other 2. Same thing. Cool? All right, awesome. Good, great. You get a point. Okay, what's up, Ethan? What do you want to say, dog?
Yeah, I want to ask, are you like good in computer science?
Am I good at computer science? I mean, I'm probably decent, at least, right? Oh, wait, what's it? No, we don't have Sensation came up.
Well, do you know
Do I know what?
Do you know the basics of Python, man? Programming language?
I do know the basics of Python, yeah, definitely.
Did you come up with like a part of this thing that I'm trying to figure out?
Yeah, submit it. I'll go through it, dude. Yeah. Submit it.
I mean, it's just it's another of these copy and paste text things, and
Okay. Well, DM it to me. Don't put it in this chat because that chat's gonna get clogged. Yeah, just DM it to me. I'll do it after. I got Shantrix and Smog coming up, and then I think I have one other question that came up. What's up, Endar? Good to see you, dude.
Good job.
Jeff says, do y equals x plus ln of x? I feel like that's a troll question, dude. What? I feel like you're trying to hurt me, Jeff. What's up, dude? Endar, were you the one that came up with that question for your... was it for your students?
I got it.
Okay, cool. I see it. All right. Let's see if Recky's around. Where's Recky?
So you'll do the other questions and then you'll go to mine?
Yes, I will. I'll do that. How'd the test go, Endar? Did the students like it? I'm more than happy to like to what is it called? Like trial run your test questions. Because that is the best way to... I'm kind of nervous because I'm teaching at UCLA in like 2-3 weeks and I have to design exams. And I know there's always little small mistakes that I'm going to make. And also like things I'm going to assume that students know, but they don't. And then they're going to be like, oh man, this guy sucks. Like, these exams are so unfair. One said it was too easy, that question. 11 out of 12 got most of it so far. Yeah, I'd rather err on the side of something being too easy than something being ridiculously hard, and then the kids get their like self-esteem broken. Yeah, it's no fun. Yeah, and Seth likes to go through things too, Endar. So yeah, if you ever want to test run questions, we have a willing and helpful audience here. Who was it? Was Rigel? Rigel was being really helpful over the weekend, just coming up with solutions for people's questions. I was like, thanks, dude. That's nice. Good job, Rigel. Appreciate you. I will take them all. Yes. He says, I'll take all the tests. Okay, that's cool. Nice. Oh, we got a screenshot. One sec. Reki, give me a second. Let me help out the student that just submitted one. Not even trying. Okay, cool. So this is integration by parts, not even trying, right? Yeah? You have a question about not integrating integration by parts? Which I have a great video on this. I think I've done this actually. One sec. Have I done a video on integration by parts? So if we go to my channel and we go to search here, and I type in like integration by parts. Well, that's USub. So I guess I haven't done integration by parts. Okay, I need to do that. Thanks for reminding me. Yeah, I need to do that. I definitely need to do an integration by parts video. Okay. Let's just get one. It's I appreciate that you uploaded a screenshot of what integration by parts literally is. It's more useful if you send me a screenshot of one of your homework questions. So then I know how difficult of an integration by parts question you need. But this is okay. Seth would be a great teacher. Seth is a great teacher. Okay. Do I want to do this? Can I do something like just like simple? VDU. Because then there's somewhere like they loop around, dude. The looping around ones are crazy. Yeah. Yeah, so let me ask that for you not even trying. Do you just want like a basic integration by parts question, or do you understand that and it's the harder ones that kind of get you? That'll help me understand. No begging. Sensation.
Why can't I be a mod? Why can't I be a mod? No begging.
Yeah. Reki, that's the exact reason why your mod like status is in review. A basic one. I don't understand the concept. Okay, totally cool, man. Yeah. All right. This is a good one. Let's just do this. How's it? This is a pretty good one. Okay, let's say you had this question, and they were asking you to take the integral of this. All right. You've learned U substitution, right? So, if for instance, if this integral were the integral of x squared sine of 3x cubed dx, this would be a perfect one for U sub. So first of all, I don't know really what the integral of x squared sine of this is, altogether, because I just don't. However, what you can identify is that, oh, okay, I do know what the integral of sine of something is. So if I could just, for instance, like get rid of this stuff, then that would make my life like really simple. So usually what we do is we say this is equal to u. We say let 3x cubed equal to u, and then du would be equal to 9x squared dx. Yeah, what's up, Vikram? Now here's the cool thing is now you can rearrange this for dx. You get dx is equal to du over 9x squared. So like you're just taking this, putting it underneath, okay? And now you would substitute stuff in. This is why it's called U substitution. And so now this would become the integral of x squared sine of u, and then instead of dx, you would write du over 9x squared. And now, look here, the x squareds go away, okay? And you're just left with the integral of 1 over 9 sine of u du. This is an easy integral. I know what to do the integral of sine of u du. That's just negative cosine of u. So the trick there with u sub is you're looking for an integral you know how to do, and you want to see if the messy part has the derivative also showing up somewhere else. I know the derivative of x cubed is like basically x squared, right? If I take a derivative, there'll be like some constants out in front. And so because that shows up here, that tells me what to pick for u. All right? So that's a little just quick review of why u substitution is a very useful trick in integration. So if we look at this question, okay, we got kind of a similar situation, right? I don't know what the integral of x sine of 2x is. And the reason why this would fall apart, yes, is that if, for instance, I were to say, okay, let's say u is equal to 2x, well, then du is just equal to 2. The integral of, the derivative of x is just 1. So this would be 2 times 1 dx. And now what we get, right, is that, so watch what happens. So you get dx is equal to du over 2. So now when I sub back in, I would get the integral of x sine of u, but now dx would be du over 2. Oh, wow. What's up, dude? Thanks, Sam. I do need a drink, actually. Okay, reminder, Sam. I need to go get more water, but I'll take a mint for you. Here, I'll do a mint chug.
Water? What do you mean water? Hot lava java all day.
Hot lava java. That's what I'm here for. Yeah. Seth, Sam reminds me that I need to drink water. I need to be more hydrated. My vision was actually going before streaming here. I was actually confused if I was gonna be able to stream, but then I did just chug a ton of water and take a bunch of vitamins, and now my vision is back. Okay, but see, the reason why this doesn't work here is now you're trying to take the integral, but you have u's and x's still there. So this is where u sub does not work. Yeah.
Obviously, don't go and do that, please.
Hey, you do whatever you
don't do
like.
We can't.
So this is a perfect moment for where integration by parts will help us. The cool thing about integration by parts is it's going to break this up into smaller integrals. And usually what it does is it starts deriving one part and it starts integrating another. Okay? So it starts deriving one part and it starts integrating the other. And what you want to do is, I usually set my table up like this. I'm going to say that, how do I usually do this? Yeah, okay. I'm going to say u, and I hate that they use u and v, because u and v look the same. It's just like one's like slightly curled. But okay, let's try and do different colors here. I'm going to have that be u. I'm going to have blue be dv, okay? And then this is going to be du. And then this is going to be v. This is like the table I like to set up here. Sorry, let me, yeah. And then so what you're going to do here is you're going to pick things inside your original integral here. You're going to pick something to be u, and then you're going to pick some other part of it to be dv. And then you're going to take the part that was u, you're going to derive it to get du. And then you're going to take the part that you said was dv, and you're going to integrate it to get v. Now, picking which one is which, okay? Usually what you want is you want to pick your thing for u to be, first of all, something that you know how to take the derivative of, which is easy, and also something that you're trying to remove. So in this case, this x here is the pesky thing, right? I would rather just get rid of this. If this thing were gone, I could integrate this just using u sub. We'd be great. So I know if I start deriving x, that'll eventually just turn it into 1, right? Because if this, for instance, were like x to the 4th, I would still want to choose this thing to be u, because this would break it down into like x to the 3rd. And then if you had to do integration by parts again, it would break it down into x squared and then x to the first. And eventually it breaks it down to a constant, which is just 1. So I'm going to choose my u here to be x, so that when I take the derivative of that, that's just going to give me 1 dx. Now, in terms of picking what dv is, okay, so I already picked this thing here to be u. I'm going to pick this stuff over here to be dv. And you have to pick everything in the integral eventually. So you can't leave any stragglers. The whole integral has to get selected at some point. So whatever's left here is sine of 2x dx, okay? This is something I do know how to integrate, which technically you need to know u sub. Because the integral of sine of 2x dx, that's just going to be equal to negative 1 over x cosine of 2x. This is a u sub trick that I'm not going to write out because that would just take a lot more time. But in general, u sub is kind of like the chain rule, but in reverse. So remember, if I had e to the 4x, right, and I wanted to take the derivative of that, that would be equal to e to the 4x, and then it's times the derivative of what's on top, which would be equal to 4, right? If you're integrating, let's say, for instance, e to the 4x, this is equal to 1 over 4 e to the 4x. So it's like e to the 4x, and then it's times 1 over 4. So, and this kind of makes sense because integrals are also called antiderivatives. So when we did like the chain rule here by like multiplying by the derivative of this, now when you're integrating something, you like divide by what the derivative of this thing was, if it's just a constant. So this is a trick you'll start learning pretty quickly. In the same way, right? If I did the derivative of sine of 2x, or let's say sine of, let's do sine of 2x. Sine of 2x, that would be equal to cosine of 2x times the derivative of what's inside, which is 2. But now let's say, for instance, you integrated cosine of 2x. That would end up becoming sine of 2x times 1 over 2. Which you can kind of see. If I multiply both sides by 2 here, like this would have gone away. And then you'd get the exact same thing we got. Yeah. So a little quick trick to know in calculus is that if you ever have constants which are being annoying and you're integrating, just divide by what the constant is. Oh, so sorry, this isn't 1 over x, this is 1 over 2. I made a mistake there. Okay. So this is negative 1 over 2 cosine of 2x, all right? And now you just do the formula, which says that if we have this and we set up what our u dv and our du and our v is, this whole thing is equal to uv minus the integral of v du. So uv is going to be the diagonals. That's going to be negative x over 2 cosine of 2x, right? Because we just took that and multiplied it by this. And then minus this new integral, which is this, negative 1/2 cosine of 2x du, which is just 1 times dx. So it's just this, okay? This is a much easier integral to do, okay? First of all, we can pull the minus out, make this a plus. We can also pull the 1/2 out. And so now I just have the integral of cosine of 2x, which is going to be 1 over 2 sine of 2x. And that's from u sub. So your final answer you end up getting here is negative 1/2 x cosine of 2x plus the 1/2 and the 1/2 multiply. So that's plus 1/4 sine of 2x. And then you're done. So yeah, it's the most important thing is like picking the right thing for you and the right thing for dv, and then it's just plug and chug, and then hopefully you get to an integral that looks nicer. If you don't, then you pick the wrong u and v, and you should try switching which one you pick. Yeah. So let me know if that helps you out. We did like kind of a crash course on this whole thing. You could actually test this also in Wolfram Alpha if you wanted to, right? So we go to Wolfram. We could tell it integrate x sine of 2x. See what it gets. And there it is. So that's 1/4 sine of 2x, and then that's negative 1/2 x cosine of 2x, which is, yeah, this is literally the same answer. Yeah, do you see? Yeah, I mean, let me know, like, if there are any parts that don't make sense. This is the same thing. It's just rewritten slightly differently. They pulled out a 1/4 out of everything. Which is cool, whatever. But yeah, this is the main thing: is figuring out U and DV, and then doing it. Yours is wrong? What do you mean mine is wrong? I don't think mine is wrong. I think we're good. One way I know that. How do you know mine is wrong? Plus C? Oh my god. Oh, I fucked up, dude. Yeah, you're so right. Oh my god. Oldest trick in the book, dude. I can't believe I fell for it, dude. I fucking fell for it, dude. God damn it.
You done messed up, Aaron!
Yes, I forgot. I can't believe it, dude. I forgot the plus C. Dude, okay, low key, but like, dude, I hate when calculus teachers get upset about that. Because I'm like, bro, it's not that serious. Whatever. It's always the plus C, Smog, isn't it, dude? God damn it, man. It's always the plus C. Okay. What's up, Muhammad Abbas? Wow, there are a lot of... We got a lot of, I would say, Arabic-sounding names in the chat, which is dope. We were just talking about Ramadan today. There were infinite answers. You got one of them, so you got 1 over infinity points. Oh, God, I messed up, dude. Yeah. I remember I used to keep forgetting to put the plus C, but my professor usually doesn't take points off my exam because she knows, right? Yeah, look. Yeah, I've been teaching calculus for probably 15, 20 years at this point, and I still forget the plus C because whatever. It's not that serious. Anyways, good question there. Hope that made more sense, yeah. Oh, Abbas says he's from Pakistan. Oh, that's cool, man. So wait, who's going to win the cricket tournament? Pakistan or India? Isn't that always the big competition? We have a lot of students from India. Well, they're Canadian now, but they're ethnically from India. But they're in our Discord. Yeah, Shantrick says India. I know there's a big rivalry between India and Pakistan. India already won? Oh, okay. Well, there must be another tournament, right? Coming up later. Pakistan team has been slacking off. Oh, okay. Yes, now do Reki's question. Let's do yours, Reki. Let's do it. All right, Reki. Here we go. Determine the sum of each of the following infinite geometric series. Okay, this is cool. So there's an equation, right, for this. For the sum of an infinite. This is also Zach territory. This is e to the 2i pi. He's our resident series and sequences master. What's up, Skeeg? Oh, the final was yesterday for the cricket champions. Oh, that's cool. I've heard sometimes those matches can last days or weeks, right? If it just like keeps going back and forth a bunch. Chunks has a good question. Nice, Chunks. We'll do yours next. Let me do this real quick. Okay, sum for an infinite geometric series. Let's see if I remember this off the top of my head. I believe it's equal to A1 over 1 minus R. Am I right? Oh, those are called test matches? It is. It is. It's A1, 1 minus R. Wow, I got it right. Are you proud of me, Zach? Your beloved series. I knew it from the start. Yeah. Okay. So in this case, Reki, it's just about identifying what A1 is and then identifying what R is. So here, A1, that's the first term, which is just going to be 5. And then R is the common ratio, the thing that keeps getting multiplied, which that's the 2/3. So we're going to just do 1 minus 2/3. So that's going to end up being 5. 1 minus 2/3 is the same as 1/3. Dr. Gold knows A over 1 minus R. I know I do. Did I show you my derivation for that? Not my derivation, but I found a derivation of it, Zach, which is really cool. I really like that derivation. But yes, and then dividing fractions, 5 divided by a third is the same thing as, what is it? Keep, change, flip. So then this is 5 times 3 over 1, which is equal to 15. Nice. Works out to 15.
I thought that was gonna be like some big answer.
No, this is actually pretty easy. Yeah.
Alright.
The integral method. You're right, Skeeg. Yeah, we could integrate this. Although these kids are in pre-calc, they don't really know integrals yet. The way I saw it, which was really cool, what was it? Sum of geometric. There's this really cool picture of it. Oh man, where was it? It was like a proof. It's like with a sub n and something else. Sum of. Oh man, I saw it somewhere. Anyways, I showed it on a stream previously. Oh, here it is. This is it. 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 It's super cool. Yeah, the one with R minus S. Yeah, this is it. Yeah. And then the cool thing is that eventually, if you take the limit as n goes to infinity, you can then prove that it turns into the base case. But this, I really like this. This is a very cool proof. We did it on a couple streams ago. But let's see. Next question comes from Chunks, and I believe Chunks is asking something with partial fractions. Exactly. Yes. Yeah. Thanks, Seth. Yeah. Yeah. We're gonna alternate. You know, I know people that are finding us on not Discord are probably seeing this for the first time and they don't believe this is real. So I want to like make sure we answer their question like quickly and then they believe it's real and then they join.
Wait, I'm about to go. How long is it until you get to my question?
Well, let's see. In the screenshots, I got Shantrix, I got Smog. And then well, wait, I'm confused what Shantrix has in here, but okay. Yeah, Shantrix and Smog. So like 2 or 3 more.
Then you'll get to mine?
Then I'll get to yours, yeah.
Yeah, I'll just get something really quick and then I'll come back.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah, go get some dinner or something. Yeah, we'll be around. Okay, so, oh, okay. Okay. All right, I'll check Shantrix. Yeah. All right, so this is kind of an ugly looking integral. I wonder. Wait, cause I'm just gonna show what would happen if I expanded this. Because this is where I'm always curious if like U sub works, because sometimes it does. If we pulled out a 5 from the top, this is the integral. No, actually 5 doesn't go to 13. My bad. Sorry, I saw 15. So this is 5x minus 13, and then this is x squared minus 5x plus 6. It doesn't. Because kind of a fun thing to do is to say let u equal x squared minus 5x plus 6. And then that means du is equal to 2x minus 5. If this looks like this, then this is easy, like GG, easy clap. Because this just becomes du over u, which is then just ln of u, which is super nice. The problem is that like 2x minus 5 isn't a multiple of 5x minus 13. Would have been nice. Yeah, it is made not to work. But yes, so we are gonna use partial fractions. Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, I would have made the question so that if a smart student identified that they're allowed to do it that way. Because I like there being multiple ways to solve a problem. But yes, what the teacher's trying to get to here is solving partial fractions. And the reason why we know it's partial fractions because I have a bunch of factors on the bottom here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to say 5x minus 13 over these factors, x minus 3, x minus 2, is equal to something. I'm going to call it a. They call this like undetermined coefficient because I don't know what this thing is. Something over x minus 3 plus something over x minus 2. okay? There are some additional rules if these things look weird. So if this, for instance, is x squared minus 3, if like the exponent's on the inside, you have to technically call this like ax plus b, and then you have to call this c. And then if this is a repeated one, so let's say this was x minus 3 to the third, then you have to do a bunch of other ones. So this would be a over x minus 3 plus b over x minus 3 squared plus c over x minus 3 to the third. Like, you have to do all the lower powers up to the cubed. And then you would have the d plus this one. So it just has like a quick little... This is a simple one, but I'm just saying this is how they make it harder. What's up, Sensation? Nice. See you in TikTok. Yep. Okay, cool. All right. So the next thing I do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to multiply it on this side. Now just add and solve. Well, kind of. You have to multiply and solve. So what you do is we multiply. Sorry, I got rid of this. We take this and we multiply each thing here by it. Okay, but notice how when this thing multiplies by the a term here, that the x minus 3s are going to cancel. So you're just going to get x minus 2 on top. And then when we multiply by this one, the x minus 2s are going to cancel. And we're just going to get x minus 3 on top. So this is going to end up equaling a x minus 2 plus b x minus 3. And then this is equal to 5x minus 13. All right. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to distribute this. All right. And so... moving things around. Okay. So this is going to be equal to ax minus 2a plus bx minus 3b. And what I want to do is I want to order things by power of x. So here I have something with x to the first. Here I have something with x to the first. So I'm going to group those two things. I'm going to say this is the same thing as a plus b all times x. And then I have things that don't have x on them. So that's like this thing and this thing. So let's group those together. So that's going to be negative 2a minus 3b. And we're going to like, whatever, put that over here. Okay? This is technically x to the 0. And then this is x to the first. The reason why I'm saying this is if this, for instance, were a bigger power, like x squared and something, you would then have additional terms here that had x squared. And you need to group those together as well. So now what we do, this is a trick. And this is why some people ask, oh, why am I learning this? This is never going to be used again. This trick of matching coefficients is used in so many other math courses. I was literally just teaching it yesterday when I was doing undetermined coefficients for differential equations. They use kind of the same format. So yeah, Seth has it right. So what you're going to do is you're going to say, okay, what's in front of the x on the left side? Oh, that's a 5. What's in front of the x on the right side? That's an a plus b. That means these two things have to equal each other, because that's the only way to get the x's here to cancel the x's over here. So you say 5 is equal to a plus b. And then for this one, you end up saying that negative 13 is equal to negative 2a minus 3b. Okay? Right. Now, Seth says, we could solve this with a matrix. Or, yes, this is just a systems of equations. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the elimination method. I'm going to multiply everything here by 2. I'm going to say 10 is equal to 2a plus 2b. What football team do I support? Ooh, that's a good question. If we're talking American football, it's the Eagles. Go Birds. But in terms of I think you're in America we call it soccer. I don't know. I don't know what team. I think I have to say Luton because one of my best friends loves Luton, but I don't know if they're in any of the leagues. Maybe it's only Premier or something. That's what it is. I forgot what leagues they're in, but I'm gonna say yes to Luton because my friend from the gym really likes them. Okay, so this turned into this. This I just brought down, and then we're gonna eliminate. So we're just gonna add these down. So these are gonna cancel out. This becomes negative 3 is equal to, this is 0a, and then this is negative b. Mohammed says Real Madrid or FC Barcelona. Which one's the one Ronaldo's on? Is he on Barca? Or he used to be on Barca? I think he plays for, like, Dubai or something now. Like, they paid him a ton of money. Okay, b equals 3. So if b equals 3, that tells me a has to equal 2. Perfect. Yes. So now we make 2 integrals. Okay. So now this whole thing here, right, became is equal to 2 over x minus 3 plus 3 over x minus 2. So all of this work that we did right here was to turn this thing into this thing. That's the partial fractions part, okay? Yeah. All right. Yeah, go birds, Smog. Yeah, go fucking birds. Okay. So now, yeah, I forgot the integral yet. So here's what we're going to do. So now we're going to do the integral of 2 over x minus 3 plus 3 over x minus 2. And the integral of two things adding to each other is the same thing as just doing independent integrals. So now this is the integral of 2 over x minus 3 plus the integral of 3 over x minus 2. Integral of a plus b equals integral... Yep, exactly. Yep. Now we use the rule that Seth said. And this is easy. This is going to be 2 ln of x minus 3. And then that's plus 3 ln of x minus 2. If you want to know why, it's technically u sub. I'm technically saying this is u, and then this is... I'm pulling the 3 out, but you should know that. Yes, as long as the bounds work. Yeah, as long as x is greater than 3. And then this is cool, because we can combine these things. This is the same thing as ln of x minus 3 squared plus ln of x minus 2 cubed. And now the ln's added is the same thing as them multiplied. So this is ln of x minus 3 squared times x minus 2 cubed. Yeah. So I think that's it. I think that's the answer, I think. Pretty sure. Let me know who asked this originally in our screenshot. It was Chunks. Chunks, let me know if that made sense to you. You can also like throw it into ChatGPT just real quick. Let's see what it says. Solve this. It'll probably do it. No way you forgot the plus C again? I want to say that I did that on purpose, but I didn't. I did seriously forget the plus C again. I did. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. That's really sad, dude. There's pain right there, dude. 0 points. Yes, sorry. It's this plus C. Sorry, plus C. Plus C. Don't murder me. Okay. I want to see what ChatGPT did. ChatGPT get it? Look, yeah, it's cool. It's doing the integration by parts. We're just burning so many water bottles of ocean things to cool our GPUs to do this. Oh, interesting. It does do the... Yeah, we get the same answer. Cool. Nice. Yeah, technically they put the absolute value because you have to restrict whatever is inside to be positive. I mean, it's basically the same, isn't it, Seth? It's basically the same. The absolute value is forced. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, that's the technical whatever. I miss calculus too, right, Smog? Bro, which school teacher are you? I'm teaching at UCLA next quarter, but I don't really teach in a school. I teach online. And I tutor kids on, in person and stuff. Okay, cool. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, I see that. That would be bad for the function. Yeah. Okay. All right, let's see. I got Shantrix's and then Smog. We're gonna do some physics with you. Love physics. Hell yeah. Okay, let's see. This is question 22 on one of these math challenges, so it's not gonna be super painful. But let's see. Do the physics that way. We do all of Shantrix at the end. Yeah. Let me see. How hard is this, Shantrix? And you get options because it's pre-2020. Okay. I don't think this is that bad. All right. Here we go. ST are on sides QR. PS is perpendicular to QR, and RT is perpendicular to PQ. All right. Cool. If PT equals 1. Yeah, bro, didn't we do this question? Yeah, thanks, Endar. Oh, thanks, man, dude. Thanks for saying that, Muhammad. I appreciate you, dude. Have a great rest of your, what is it, Monday or Tuesday? Whatever time zone you're in these days. Dude, this looks so familiar, doesn't it, Endar? I'm very sure we did this. We've done something with this. Yeah. RT is perpendicular to QT. Yeah, exactly. The diagram is very similar. And then what do they say? QS is equal to 3. What is the length of SR? Okay. Bro, Smog, I struggle with this stuff too, man. Yeah, don't worry about that, dude. Okay. Well, right off the bat, I know that this is a triangle, right? This is a right triangle. And even more importantly, this is a 3, 4, 5. Right? See how this is a 3? This must be 4, and then this is 5. What's up, Seth?
Yep. So PS is already known.
Exactly, right? Yeah, you're right. This is 4 then, yeah?
3, 4, 5.
Mm-hmm.
Now I do know some information for SR.
Okay, what do you know?
Well, I know that 5 plus 3 plus x is the same as 3 plus x all to the power squared plus y squared is 5 squared.
Okay. Ooh.
No, that's
one
not
sec.
a triangle.
Well, sorry. Are you gonna call this X, Seth? You're calling SR X?
Don't mind me. That's not a right triangle. Don't mind me.
Oh no, you were close. You were close. Yeah, let's call this X. Let's just call this X, like this distance right here, because I like the 3 plus X, because this is a right triangle, right, Seth? And then this is also a right triangle, right?
No, cannot. Oh, I confirm that. Yep. Okay. I see.
Yeah, right. Isn't PRS? That's a right triangle as well. Yeah.
That's confirmed. Yep. That's actually the more helpful part.
Yeah. Okay. I want to think when I did this, I assigned variables to this and this. And then no need.
There shouldn't be too much need. Let's write these out and see what happens.
Okay, sure.
So 4. So with 4 squared.
Yeah, 4 squared plus X squared.
Must be y squared.
All right, so we do want to call this y, or we're going to call one of these at least.
We need to call
right?
PR y, or we have problems.
All right, let's call that y.
What's involved with PR? We don't know.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Now,
that's y
here's
squared.
Another thing. Here's another thing. Mark something. What is the length of SR? What is SR?
SR is X. That's
Go ahead
right.
and mark that so you know on the Twetson to save a warning label.
Yeah. Okay. So wait. So SR is X. You're saying here like put like SR just to
No,
like...
on the Twetson, not on the answer. If PT equals 1, PT equals 4, and 2 is exists, what is the length of X?
Okay, cool. I see. You want to call this X. Got you, dude.
Just so we need to solve for X in this thing.
Yes. Always solve for X,
Everything
dude.
else is not
Have you seen that video where they're like, throughout all my childhood, there's been one common enemy? It's just like, and it's X, and it's just like showing itself constantly. I'll pull it up later. It's a hilarious video. But yeah. Okay.
I got a problem now.
All right.
We need to refine this a little bit. You know why?
Well, why? Because I don't know what Y is.
In here if I don't do anything. If we don't do anything sneaky, we had a Z bat. Had a Z
Do
in
we?
here.
Do we?
Yes.
I don't want to.
Let's refine this then.
So you think this needs to be Z? Is that
No,
what
I
you're gonna say
gotta-
next?
We gotta go away from that. I want to refine it so we don't have to. We
All right. Let's refine it. Let's refine it, dude. I'm down. I'm down. Down for some refining. Macro data refinement. Let's see. Tactical.
We don't know what the Tron's at, which is annoying. A little bit. You have the knowledge of that side.
Let me see if. That's Ooh, and we got a question from the screenshot. Thanks. Thanks for the submission. We will get to it. Who submitted? 1 second. Let me check. While I'm looking at it. That was Nets. Oh, Nets. Ooh, OChem? Okay, dude. You're gonna test out. I gotta flex my OChem skills. All right, that's a good one, Nets.
I'm gonna annoyingly say something now. You're not gonna like it.
What's up? Do I need to call something Z?
We have no way around it.
Bro, I remember doing this. Endar, don't you remember doing this one, bro? I'm very sure we did this one.
That's what
We just need 3 equations. Okay, let's call this Z. I'm gonna call it Z. I'm gonna be a madman, dude. I'm gonna call it Z.
Let me scroll up
Okay.
and see if let me see if let me do something.
Because what? Because
Here,
watch. This
see if
is
I can get
3
this to
plus
show
x. 3 plus x squared plus 4 squared. Sorry, plus 4 squared is now equal to z squared. Okay. I got 2 equations. I just need 1 more.
Pop up.
And now what I say is that z squared plus 1 squared equals y squared. And now we're done. Do you see how this is it? This is the last triangle I need. Do you see that, Seth?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I've
And
seen
now
this
I have
problem
3
before.
I have 3 equations and 3 unknowns, and now we're Gucci. Endar says, "Oh, we did this February 18th." Okay. So we did do it a month ago. Well, that's cool.
And we know the numbers, right? And we know the numbers, right? That, right?
Well, I can just sub this thing back in, right? So I can just say,
And we find it.
what is this? 3 plus x squared plus 16 is equal to was that y squared minus 1? If I just sub this in for here.
You said February 18th.
Uh-huh. So watch this. So 3 plus x squared plus 17 equals y squared. Okay, now this whole thing goes into here. So now I have 16 plus x squared is equal to 3 plus x squared plus 17.
And that's all.
This is so solvable. We love this, right? So now this is just x squared minus 9 minus 6x minus x squared is equal to 1. Goes away. And now we just get that x is, what is this? Well. Oh, I don't
Just
like
fix
this.
that. Don't forget that.
Yeah, don't forget the 6x, sorry. So I get negative 6x is equal to 10? Well, that's not good.
It is. It's fine.
No, but now my
Fine,
x is
it's-
negative. I don't want my x to be negative. Did I fuck up?
No. You made an error.
Yeah, I did. You know what I do. God damn it.
Let's go through this smoothly.
I know. I was
Oh.
getting cocky.
You were. So let's have a look. Yeah. I'm going to do a couple moves. Just to make me know.
Can you not just switch them?
3 plus that's that.
No, they both have to be
Minus
negative.
x squared plus 1 is 0. Just to make it nice. Restart that just to make it nice.
Sorry, what do you want to do, sir? Sorry. From here, maybe?
The the 3 plus that's stuff squared.
Yeah.
Minus that squared.
Okay, I got you. So
Plus 1
this
is
is
0.
this is
That's
9
for
plus
refinement.
6x plus
We're not,
x
I'm not doing
squared.
anything with it yet. I'm not doing anything with it yet. I'm gonna
Oh,
see what
you don't
I can-
expand it yet. Okay, fine. Sure.
Well, the hope is this is nicer than it looks.
Okay, minus x squared. Yeah.
Obviously,
And then I move this
plus-
over, right? And that's negative 1.
And no other way. I don't.
Oh,
want
okay.
that.
Okay. Plus 1 equals to
If
0.
it's cancel if we have any problems. So
Yeah.
that 3 plus that squared we know is gonna have an at squared that's gonna do some canceling.
Yeah. So this is this squared, right? Plus 2
It's
times
x
this.
plus 9 plus 1.
Plus x squared minus 1.
And then yeah, that goes away. Plus 1. Yeah. Minus that squared. Yes. So did I not? This says plus 10 is 0. Oh, what? Okay, so
Yeah,
where did
dude,
we
what?
go?
You know what I'm saying?
It's not here. It's not the problem. It's not in the evaluation. We get somewhere earlier.
Yeah, okay. I fucked up here earlier. Sorry, my bad. This happens sometimes. Let's see. 4 squared. Wait. Okay. 4 squared.
I may see it.
Where do you see it?
Well, I want to ask you a question about your z 3 plus x squared plus 4 squared plus z squared stuff.
So
which of those sides, based on the right triangle, should be the hypotenuse? 'Cause it's not what you have at all.
Oh, that's what I messed up. I messed that up. Oh.
That's what you messed up. The right triangle tells the hypotenuse.
Yes, oh my god, yeah, this is. Oh, that's embarrassing.
It's like what your
That's
problem tells you.
embarrassing, dude. That's embarrassing. Oh, it happens sometimes.
That would be the mistake.
Okay, so sorry. I gotta get rid of this. Ugh,
That's
this
fine.
is-
That's fine. That's fine.
I gotta move it to the other side, though, right? This has to
No.
move on this side.
Yes. There you go.
Yeah.
We said it's a minus 16. That should do it. That should hopefully do some. No, you know what it's gonna do?
Yeah. Let me change all
Remember
this.
how we
stuff.
moved the 16 from
all
below?
wrong.
When we moved that 16 over, it's now a minus 16. So it's
Yeah.
not gonna be doing. It's gonna do the opposite of what we said. It's gonna do something.
Yeah. Okay, one sec. This I'm gonna get rid of. Yeah. Slide algebra. I mean, that's a good thing we noticed that we got that wrong. So okay. Z squared is equal to y squared minus 1. Good.
Yeah.
So then 3 plus x squared is equal to y squared minus 1 plus 4 squared. Right?
Is
So then
in parentheses you're plugging in. You're plugging something in. So I'm gonna.
yeah, I'm just plugging in for z.
No, what I'm saying is keep it tapped. So y squared minus 1 in parentheses when you moved it.
Oh, okay. Like this?
Substitution's done in parentheses on the first move only. I do that for one reason.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to lose a bit-hairy expression in the midst.
I agree.
And now remember, it has a subtraction sign in front of all of it. Or
Mhm.
something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
And-
right.
Y squared, we know what that value is in terms of something else.
Mm-hmm. That's 4 squared plus x squared minus
parentheses.
1.
In
That's
parentheses,
and yeah, there's like
Yeah,
double parentheses
first
like
thing.
this.
plus the 4
yeah.
squared. Nope, it's not. It's not.
Plus the 4 squared.
I just said the first thing. First time it's moved.
Oh, the first times it moves is what you do it.
First
Okay.
time it moves, you switch. So you remember it's doing substitution. Remember you're
Mhm.
doing substitution.
Okay, cool. I feel like
That's
this
31 on the right side. Add
Yeah.
squared cancels. Lovely. What do you? Yeah, 31. That add squared cancels,
is. Mm-hmm.
and that's nicer. And that
Nice.
I can deal with.
Yes, okay, good. 6x equals 31 minus 9, which equals 22. So then I get x is equal to 22 over 6, which is equal to 11 over 3.
Which is an answer.
Choice B! Nice!
And we actually, by that logic,
That's all we needed. We just needed x, right?
Yeah. And remember what we did with this one? I actually remember this question. You know why?
Yeah. I think you
I
helped with
remember
this
asking
one.
you the following question.
Yeah.
Is this triangle a right triangle, a scalene triangle, and an isosceles triangle? I'm answering
Mhm.
asking that question.
Yeah. And,
Due to the fact of why. We know what.
well,
remember
yeah,
asking that question.
yeah, once you figure out what x is and you figure out what y is, then you can do the law of sines to figure out what it is.
Yes, you should have, but you would not have any. Sanders, that would be a bad idea.
Yeah.
You know why? You don't know what y is.
Right. Well, Chandra saying, could you have plugged in for x in one of the earlier equations? Yeah.
But you have y. You would have to find y and z, which you don't
Yeah.
know.
Exactly. This is
You would have to add-
this is
you
beautiful
were to
because
get to the
you
point
just
where you're trying to do the
yeah you
fun
just
stuff.
cascade. You're just cascading it down. It's probably similar to how in what's that called? Gauss-Jordan elimination. You know what I'm talking about with like linear algebra when you're solving systems of equations.
Yep.
It's kind of the same thing. You just cascade. You just cascade one variable into the other, and then finally get to the last one. It's a cool
So
little trick.
the other Sanders Twetson is a very nice one. If you want to do that one before we do, what's the other person's Discord one, by the way?
Well,
one
here
that
the other
you
one.
had.
Yeah, this is the one that just got asked. Let me just do this real quick. This take 2
What was
seconds.
that? Oh, you don't
This is
have
dope.
to do it now. I just want to know what it was.
Oh, it's
Okay,
okay.
it's
Well,
not-
I want to do it now because it's a web submission. Who submitted this? Nets. What's up, Nets? Nets if you're in one of our chats.
Also, did you notice what I've been doing with Discord?
No, what have you been doing?
Check it on the submission page for Discord.
Which submission page? There's a bunch
The
of
picture
submission
submission page that we've
okay.
been using. That we've been.
Yes.
Notice what I've done.
Oh, the check mark. Oh, I like that, Seth.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Now I know which ones we've done. Wow, Seth.
That's what Zach did on his.
Seth is an innovator.
Well, that's what he says the top here.
Yeah.
What kind
Well,
of
no.
chemistry is this?
This is organic
That's what Zach
chemistry. Yeah, this is organic
That's what Zach
chemistry.
does.
Organic chemistry. What is that?
Organic chemistry. It's called organic because it deals with compounds that are found in like life.
So what does this even happen?
Is that found in organs?
I think they probably just want to name this as they want to do, which nicely enough. The nice thing is they already told us where to start counting. Usually, the issue is this thing has two functional groups. So it's both an alkene because it has a double bond somewhere, and I believe this is also a ketone because you have this. I gotta look this up. It's like functional groups. Okay. Here they are. Yeah.
There's
So,
dealt with.
yeah. So the reason why this is cool, Ethan, is oh fuck. Where is it? Copy the image, please. Thank you. So, a lot of the things we use in day-to-day life are composed of these organic compounds. I'm sure you've heard of alcohol, right? Alcohol is used for things. And these things are formed by putting little building blocks at different places. So, for instance, an alcohol is whenever there's a hydroxide attached to like a chain of carbons in this case.
So on your cheat sheet, where's the OH and the O?
Yeah, the OH and the O, I believe is. Oh no, never mind. It's a carboxylic acid.
There's no C or R.
Yeah. So the R refers to the rest of the compound. So like whatever else is happening here.
I'm saying there's no carbon.
Oh, you're saying here. Oh yeah. Okay. So in organic chemistry, anytime there's a kink, that's the same thing as a C. Yeah. So it's just the lazy way. So they don't write that there's a C here and that there's a C here. Also, they don't write the hydrogens.
I just thought of my old joke.
Yeah.
I just thought of my old joke.
Yeah. It's funny, isn't it? Right.
I just thought of my old joke. You probably have done it so many times too.
Oh, what the fuck? Am I missing the plus C again?
No. Mathematicians like to be lazy.
Why?
Mathematicians like to be lazy. That's it.
Oh, that's just a joke. Okay.
Because they do pages of math, so they do pages of proofs.
That is true.
Have you seen what is 1 + 1?
Yeah, you can prove that 1 + 1 = 3 if you really want to.
Like 1 + 1 = 2, given 40 pages.
Yeah.
That's like that.
Shantrick says YouTube views have been catching up to Twitch views since you started uploading. Yeah, since I started streaming to YouTube Shorts. I've been uploading to YouTube Shorts for ages, but you're right. Since I've started streaming there, we're starting to get a lot more views. So I'm down. Dope. Anyways, yeah. So this I believe is a carboxylic acid. I don't see anything else with O and OH. What is a ketone? Oh, okay. A ketone is when you have two carbon groups and then there's a double bond in the center. Okay. So this is not a ketone. So this is a carboxylic acid. So then here's the interesting thing. So to name it, for instance, here they call this like ethanoic acid. The eth part comes from naming things by the number of carbons, the longest carbon chain. So if something has one carbon, it's methyl. 2 carbons is ethyl, or is it methyl ethyl? Is it ethyl methyl? Is it methyl ethyl? It's like butyl, propyl, like there's so many of these. Methyl ethyl is a rock band, dude. That's pretty cool. Dude, what?
Type chemistry keyword at the end of that. You'll get it.
I kind of like this methyl ethyl group though. Okay.
There you go.
All right, here we. Oh. Yeah, this is good, but also
open that popped up.
Yeah, there are some weird ones though. The ISO ones are. Wait, watch this. I'm gonna show you. So there are some interesting ones in here. So there's this, but then also you have to sometimes remember these, which is like the isobutyl. Yeah, and the whole like organization that comes up with naming this shit is called like IUPAC. Has anyone heard of that? IUPAC. Yeah. The International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. So like these people set the rules for how we name things in chemistry. Very pretty. Oh, look, it's in Malaysia. That's the next conference. Okay, so let's try to do this. So, the issue here is this double bond, dude. I don't like this. This double bond's gonna mess with me, man. So, let's pretend there wasn't a double bond here. Then, this is just a 6-carbon chain. And 6 carbons is hexane. Or hexyl. Okay. So this is going to be hexanoic acid. Because see, the naming is here, this is what it says on here. Is oic acid. Yeah. Hexene, you're right. So if this was not here, let's just say this was gone. Okay. This would technically be 2-hexene, is what we would say. Because you would start counting from here, and the double bond occurs on the 2nd carbon. That's what this would be. And you always want to label the number where whatever creates like the lowest number of numbers, but then there's like a hierarchy to how they work. Because the other way you could label this, right, is you could label this as 4-hexene, but that's wrong because that's excessive, because I could just label it as 2-hexene. However, there's a carboxylic acid, and I believe this takes the preference when naming things. So
well, we know it's not that.
So it's hexanoic acid,
but we know it's not that double bond.
Well, yeah, the double bond's at 4. So I wonder if is it 4-hexenoic? Like what?
4 is the prep. So based on your definition, you stated earlier, 4 would be the highest bond.
Yes. Yeah. I'm saying because the carboxylic acid is there, we want to name this thing as being the first thing. So instead of saying 2-hexene and then 6 carboxylic acid, you want to name this part first. This takes hierarchy over the double bond. This again, this all comes down to IUPAC. This is whatever their fucking like rules are for labeling this shit. Okay, so let me see. Carboxylic acid with double bond. That's what I want to see.
Where double bond? It doesn't know.
Sorry, double bond in the alkyl
series of carbons and have a double bond at the end of that.
Yeah.
You have the state. With 6 carbons. Right, no, tarbits already take care of that, I guess. Why would it be tarboates? Because there's no negative number in that.
Wait, Reki thinks it's 4-hexene, 1-hexylic acid? Really? I've never heard that. That's very weird. Okay, one sec. You know, I'm gonna ask ChatGPT because ChatGPT is actually pretty good at chemistry, honestly.
I'll give the chat everything it says. So.
Well, here I'm just gonna say, how would I name a carboxylic acid where there is a double bond in the alkyl group, such that without the carboxylic acid, it would be an alkene. So let's see. Let's see what ChatGPT can come up with. Because I'm sure there are rules somewhere. I just don't want to go find them. Oh, look at this. It says propenoic acid.
Got it.
So I think it is hexenoic acid.
I got it. I think. Nope, this is not it. This might not be it. This looks to be it, but it's not.
Dude, what? Acrylic acid? Yeah, okay.
feel like I got it, and then I don't feel like I got it.
Yeah. Okay, so I think it's hex 2 enoic acid. I think that's what it is. Okay. Well, in this case, it's hex 5.
Hexene-1-ol, is it? No, that's not it.
No. So it's hex 4 enoic acid. Watches actual education, sees ChatGPT. Well, yeah. trying to double check myself on organic chemistry. Sereno. Okay. I think this looks okay. So let's try to look at, let's say hex 4 enoic acid. Maybe it comes up. So okay, it has a compound. And yeah, look at that.
That's dope.
If it shows up on PubChem, then it's real. Yeah. Very cool.
It's the H's though.
Yeah. So see here? See how the double bond here is on the 4th? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, very cool.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, we got it. It's hex 4 enoic acid. Yes. So, like most things, again, ChatGPT is a great tool if you're smart enough to check it. So, I know that I can go into into what is it called? PubChem, which is part of the NIH for as long as the NIH still stands around. And I can double check to make sure that comes up as like the official thing. So yeah, it is that. Smog says, Professor Gold, are you good with lewd decomposition shortcut for linear algebra? I don't know what those words mean, but I do know what linear algebra means, and I have done decomposition. What's up, Muhammad Abbas? Okay, so this one we think is hex 4 enoic acid. So I'm gonna say it is. Good job. What's up?
Let's do the other math one, then I'll leave you with the physics one.
Okay. What's the other math?
The Santrets one.
Okay, let's see.
That's the formulated one.
Okay. And then Smog, we'll do your physics, and then Ethan, I'll do your computer science.
I don't know anything that's so good.
Okay, here. What is this?
Don't get that. Don't copy that. Don't copy that. That's stuff you don't really need right now.
Oh, then what is it?
Copy the Twetson. The
Oh, okay.
that sheet afterward is his work.
All right, so is this it? Is this the question?
That you need to check at the end.
Okay. Make an equation with a horizontal translation of -4, a vertical translation of 6, and a vertical stretch of 8. Okay.
From that function.
Cool.
And then a table of values and a mapping rule equation.
All right, sure. Okay. I mean, I assume we're doing it in this order, right? We're doing this, and then this, and then this. The order matters. Well, the order matters. The order matters.
Well, it says make an equation with these following things happen to
Okay.
it.
Right.
In some order. Because it doesn't specifically say the order it happened.
I guess the order only matters if we start doing reflections.
Oh, that's it. Thank you, Santrets.
Yeah.
Confirmed.
Yeah. Okay.
Order does not matter.
All right. Horizontal translation of -4. That's going to be x plus 4, but inside the square root. Vertical translation of 6. That's going to be plus 6 outside the square root.
And a 1/8.
And then a vertical stretch of 8. So this is where the whole thing needs to be multiplied by 8. This is where the order kind of does matter. Because if I stretch and then translate, it's different than translating and then stretching. You see how like either this becomes plus 48 or it becomes plus 6? It depends whether you stretch first and then translate or translate and then stretch.
And it also matters, and there's another thing that matters too, where the horizontal translation happens as well a little bit. Kind of. But
No. Unless we're doing horizontal stretching, then it does. Or any sort of flips. So
this
I think
is
this
either... So what we might need to do... So let's do this. I mean, one thing we can do with this one.
I think it's just this, right?
Because we have two confirming suspicions. You're not gonna like me for this one, but it's
What are the
way I've
suspicions?
done.
What are the suspicions you have?
So go ahead and zoom out a little bit
Zoom out?
and copy that, and write
What do you
the
wanna
other way.
Oh, you want me to
So-
write it this way?
Case
The
A
y
and
is equal
case B.
to...
Yep. We're gonna do this for both, and then
Okay.
and then see which word he has.
Oh, I see. You can call this like case A. Call this case B.
Exactly.
Okay.
I've made some equations myself that I did that for a ton. You know why?
Uh-huh. Why?
Piecewise. because I did piecewises. Well, I added addition of 2 piecewise functions equals a value. So take each case. So when x is greater than the first break of any of the piecewises, take all of those examples, etc., 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 until you're done with all the breaks.
Oh, I see. So he's doing this. So he does all the tables here, and then he does the translations, and then this is the equation he gets. Well, interesting. The -6. The -6 is wrong, right?
It's a vertical translation.
It's a vertical translation of 6. Yeah, it should be +6. Oh, he's got that.
Note his order though.
His order is doing the vertical stretch and then doing the translation.
Yes.
Oh. So I think Shantrix, it depends what the order is, because
so let's go and do both and prove that. So
well, I already see they're different. I already see they're different, right, dude? It's +48 or +6.
I know. I'm saying like
I don't need to show that.
The rest of the things like we don't. Because we don't. I mean, we technically don't know which way he chose.
I know which way he chose. He chose this one. Oh, you mean looking at the table? Oh, looking at the table. Oh, okay.
We're supposed to check his work after we've done it ourselves.
Oh, okay, that's okay. So, why did you pick x equals 9? These are like ugly values for x. I would have picked x equals
13.
Yeah, no, not 13.
No.
X equals 12.
You know why I say 9?
Why'd you say 9?
I say 13 because he did it wrong again.
Yeah, so Shantrix, when you're picking these numbers for x, they got to get added to 4. Oh, I see. He picked the same values from here. Okay.
He did the good thing.
All right, you're okay, man.
Don't separate, or you're Desmond, or you're not like yourself.
Yeah.
We're trying to figure them out.
All right, let's try the 9. Okay, so if we do 9 plus 4, that's the square root of 13 times 8.
Now, based on the Twetson, here's the weird Twetson.
Well, I already know he did this one, right? Because his number is not bigger than 48. Right.
But, so the Twetson said made a table of values, which I'm most likely thinking this means made a table of the after transformations of a turd values. So make it based off of 8 square root of x plus 4 plus 6.
Yeah. So one sec, I'll show you
rather than just square root of x.
I'll show you how we just do this on a calculator, just to like make life.
So we might just. So I see.
Okay, so if we do this on a calculator,
I definitely want to do negative 4.
So 8 square root of x plus 4 plus 6, and then what you can do is you use second table here, and then you can literally just type in the values. So there's actually there's a formatting for this. I forget how it works.
So negative 4, 0.
Was it second format?
Negative 4.
No.
Negative 3.
Oh, second table set.
That's to ask, yeah. Instant
Set it to ask. Okay, there you go.
Yep.
So now watch when we do it, right? 0.
Negative 4. Negative 4. Negative 4. Negative 3.
Yeah.
0.
Oh, interesting. For 16, we don't get your answer though, Shantrix. This gets 41.77. Oh, because he did the -6 instead of the +6. Aha.
He did what he did. So all the values should be a little bit wrong.
Oh no, dude. Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh
no. No.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. I think that's good. I want to move. I got to go teach another student real quick, so I want to make sure I get through everyone's questions real quick.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good. Appreciate Seth. Thanks for all the help with all this. It was really helpful. Man.
Make sure you check mark when you get done with the other person.
Yes, I like the check mark. Thank you. That's a great idea. Okay, good. Good job, Shantrix. Okay. Smog, what's up? You want to come on stage? You want to come say hi? LU decomposition is a fundamental linear algebra technique that factors the square matrix into 2 triangular matrices, lower and upper, so that the product equals the original matrix. Yeah, you're welcome, Shantrix. Oh, you're a bit sick? Okay, that's okay. Here, I'll just run through your question then. All good, dog. Well, okay, wait. Is there a little bit more to your screenshot that I need to see? Oh, no. It's actually all of this. Okay, my bad. My bad. Smog, you been hitting the dab pen too much, dude? What's going on? Is it norovirus? That's the other one going around as well. Okay. The force acting on a 20 kilogram block has a magnitude which varies with its position S. Determine the speed of the block after it slides 3 meters. When S is equal to 0, the block is moving to the right. Cool. The coefficient of kinetic friction between the block and the surface is that. Wow, this is a bitch of a question, dude. What? Yeah, okay. Alright. I'm gonna draw some forces on this. It is a working energy problem. I agree it is. Okay. So, alright. We got a couple forces.
Nice.
Well, thanks for the follow, dude. Chengdu. Alright, this is the force of gravity, which is just equal to m times g. So, that's 20 times 9. Does your teacher use 9.8 or 10 for g? We can use 9.81. No, I'm using 9.8. Okay, so this is gonna be 196 newtons. Just because 9.8 times 20 is 196. It's just so much easier to deal with. Okay, this is 196 newtons pointing down. And then, okay, the force is applied in a 345. Which is not anything really nice, is it? Yeah, right? Okay. Okay. Alright. So, that tells me... Let's just call this, like, this angle, like, theta. Okay. Well, actually, this is usually the angle we call theta. Okay. So, I'm going to say fx is going to be equal to f cosine of theta. And technically it's in the positive direction, which is okay. And then fy is going to be equal to negative f sine of theta, because it pushes down, okay? And cosine of theta, this is where you can use the numbers, right? Because this is 3, this is 4, and this is 5. The cosine of theta is equal to the adjacent over the hypotenuse. So that's equal to 4/5. Whereas the sine is equal to the opposite of the hypotenuse, and that's equal to 3/5. This is a trick that usually, that's why they provided this 3, 4, 5 for you. Because now, this is equal to 4/5 f, and then this is equal to negative 3/5 f. Okay? Alright, so I have fx here, which is equal to 4/5 f. That's okay, we'll get it. Alright. I have an additional fy, which is pushing down, okay? And that's equal to negative 3/5 f, okay? And then I have a force normal, which is pushing up, okay? And then here's the rule. Okay, and then we have one more force we forgot, which is the friction, okay? So then I have this. I have the force of friction, which is equal to mu kFn, right? So Fs equals mu kFn. So that's going to be equal to 0.3 Fn. All right. And now, to solve, okay? I'm going to rewrite what Fn is, okay? So if we look at the forces in the y direction, right? So sum of forces in the y direction has to equal to 0. I'm going to have that Fn, which is positive, minus all of these. Sorry, let me get rid of the negative here, because we already said it was pointing down. So Fn here is going to equal 196 plus 3/5 f. Does that make sense so far, Smog? Right? This force has to balance out these forces pushing down. Yup, cool. Alright, awesome. So that's going to go into all this stuff eventually. This is all about, like, just plugging things in, because then eventually f also equals a function of s. Where is s the distance? Yeah, s is the distance. Wow. Wow, these people are real fuckers, dude. Because this is going to be a very complicated integral to do. We don't need to integrate? I'm pretty sure you do have to integrate. Because what is it? W net equals the change in kinetic energy. And then W net is equal to the integral of force times distance. That's my thinking. Yeah, we'll solve for it. Okay. Okay. So big picture idea. If I want the speed, I think what has speed in it? Well, kinetic energy has speed, right? Because that's 1/2 mv squared, right? Kinetic energy is s a distance? Isn't 2 meters per second, which is a speed? No, I believe s. They say the position of the block is s, Spindle. So that's a position. So this has kinetic energy has velocity. Change in kinetic energy is related to work, and then work is related to forces and distances. That's like my backwards thinking of how to get to things. So when we talk about the work done on something, we need the work done in the direction of the distance it travels. Since this is flat, there is no change in distance up and down. Otherwise, it would be like falling to China. No, it's okay. It's very small, Spindle. I get it. Yeah. So we only care about the forces in the x direction for this network being done. Okay. So I'm gonna say. So now we need the net force that's acting in the x direction. Well, the net force in the x direction. So sum fx. That's gonna be equal to 4/5 f minus 0.3 Fn, right? Because we only care about these forces. And then Fn is equal to 196 plus 3/5 n, okay? 3/5 f's. Okay, so now I have 4/5 f minus 0.3, 196 plus 3/5 f. And then I'm going to rewrite this 0.3 as 3/10. Okay. So, okay. This is unfortunately ugly. I can write this as 40/50. So then this is minus 9/50. So this is 31/50 f minus 3 times 196 over 10. And that's equal to fx, right? All right. And then additionally, now f is equal to 50s squared. Now f is equal to 50s squared. So we have this is equal to... Oh, this is cool. Do you see how this is going to cancel this? That's actually really nice. So this is just 31. I did distribute for fx. Yeah, so I took this, the 3/10, I distributed into here. This got me 9/50 f. And so this was 40/50. So 40/50 minus 9/50 is 31/50. And then this I just distributed in to give me this. And then now f is 50s squared. So when that goes in, this will cancel with this. And you get 31s squared minus 196 all over 10 is equal to fx. Does that make sense so far? I can go through and explain more of the steps if it was confusing. I'm kind of jumping ahead on the algebra. Okay. All right. So now the last thing I got to do is so changing kinetic energy. Well, here, let's just get work net and then I'll get to it. Okay, so work net is equal to the integral from 0 to, we're going to say like s final, right? The final distance. Okay. So they want it after 3 meters because so 0 to 3 of fx dx, and in this case x is just s because it's whatever they're calling s like the position. So this is equal to the integral from 0 to 3 of 31s squared ds plus the integral from 0 to 3, or minus the integral from 0 to 3 of 3 times 196 all over 10 ds. Okay. This is going to be 31s cubed over 3, evaluated from 0 to 3. And then this is going to be minus 3 times 196 s from 0 to 3. Okay, the zeros I don't care about. Right? 0 doesn't do anything. So now I get 31 times 3 cubed all over 3 minus 3 squared times 196 all over 10. I'm trying to keep things as algebraic as I can because I'm hoping things cancel later. Because, I mean, these do at least, right? You see how this, like, cancels? That's nice. So that's 31 times 3 squared. Okay, so I can really rewrite this. I can say this is the same thing as 3 squared times 31 minus 196 over 10. And then let's get to it. It doesn't have an initial speed, right? Oh, when s equals 0, it does have an initial speed, which is 2. Okay, so here we go. So, so this is equal to the change in kinetic energy, which change in kinetic energy is 1/2 m v final squared minus v initial squared is equal to this massive mosh pit of things. Okay. Right, change in kinetic energy, that's v final squared minus v initial squared, and there's just a 1/2 m out front of it. M is 20. So this becomes 10. V final is what we're solving for. V initial was 2, so that's 4. Is equal to 3 squared, 31 minus 196 over 10. Correct. Yeah. So it's technically 1/2 m vf squared minus 1/2 m vi squared, but I just pulled the 1/2 out. It'll just make your life easier. Mass is not changing. It can change, but it's not in this case. This is just fucking ugly. But okay, whatever. This is 9, so this becomes 19.6. So, what is that? 11.4? Am I right there? Yeah, I'm right. Okay. 11.4 all over 10 plus 4 is VF squared. So I get I get a higher speed, which maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Let's see on the calculator. So 9 times 11.4 divided by 10 plus 4. So I get 14.26, and then I need to square root that. 3.78. Yeah. VF equals 3.78 meters per second. Is that the correct answer? Oh, I see. Yeah, you got stuck with the integral and which one to integrate. Oh, because I did 3/5 and 4/5, both of them. Yeah. Yeah, so I combined them. Yeah, right away, just to make your life simple. Just try to combine these things like straight out of the bat. So that you only have one thing with that depends on s. And then you're just doing one integral with s squared, and everything else is like whatever. Yeah. Okay, cool. I think that one's right. Well, what a doozy of a question, though. So basically with these work problems, it's always fx if it's on a solid horizontal plane. Correct. You have to think about... well, first of all, everything is directional, okay? So when we talk about the work done, I only care about it in the same direction as the distance. So if something is only moving to the left and the right, I only care about forces in the left to the right direction. If something is moving up and down, then I care about forces in the up and down direction, which that becomes gravity. If things are moving down an inclined plane, right? Now you rotate your axis such that the horizontal direction, right, is at like a diagonal, and then rewrite everything in just that direction, and then only consider the work done and the distance traveled like down the inclined plane, because that's the next way this could change. Yeah, if it's on an angle, yeah. Well, okay, this is the only thing that changes, okay, is, yeah, let's say this were to happen on an inclined plane. Let's say it was something like this, okay? So this would be force of gravity. This would be like the force of friction. And then, yeah, let's just say the force was being applied at a diagonal as well. Just like fuck with things, right? Let's just say it was doing something like this, right? Let's say this was F, okay? And then this is force normal. What if it's with a spring too? Oh god.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Yeah, now they're just really messing with you, dog. Yeah, this is how you end up writing it. You end up writing, this is right, Fs. This is Fn. And then you have, like, Fg is pointing this way, but then also, like, F is pointing this way. And then you need to break these all into their components. Okay. And then once you break these, now you only consider distance in this direction. If there's a spring as well, like if there's like a spring attached here, same thing, dude. Just rotate things such that your axis looks like this, your coordinate plane, and then deal with spring stuff just going left and right. What's up, Aki?
Good job.
Yeah. As long as you keep things straight and like horizontal, you'll be okay. Yes, you would need to consider the sine and cosine of these forces, yes. The reason why we orient it this way is usually the direction that things are moving is in the same direction as like the friction, right? And the normal force is also 90 degrees to it. So it just makes more sense to write things using this as the axis and then translate these into components, versus to convert this into components, convert this into components, and then also have to convert the distance into components. Because then that becomes really messy when you're doing this integral. You want this integral to be in one dimension, like in one direction. So choose whatever axes you need to in order for your ds term to be just single thing, right? You don't want ds to be going diagonal, because this becomes really messy. Then you need vector calculus to do this, or what they call multivariable calculus, which is,
You done messed up, Aaron.
you don't want to do that. I'm taking Calc 3. Yeah, Calc 3 is hell. Yeah, well, yeah, come ask me questions about Calc 3. I teach a lot of Calc 3 as well. I have a student in like 15 minutes. Yeah, I gotta go teach Calc 3 too. But yeah, I hope this helps. Here, I'll give you the screenshot for this one. And I hope you feel better, dude. That sucks being sick. Can you explain partial derivatives real quick? What do you need to know about partial derivatives? Because like, there's a lot. It's funny. We were actually, you know what? Zach was actually just going over this. Zach was doing partial derivatives. I invite anybody to go check out the calendar at some point. If you just go to calendar.actual.education, this has our live streaming schedule, and you can see here that Zach, yeah, either the 2iPi, he does this stuff. He does, and maybe not this week, but last week, for instance, we had a linear algebra, like multivariable calculus sessions that were happening in the morning. You're confused with the constant. So yeah, again, the best way Smog for me to help you, because yeah, if you say like, can you help me with, there's a lot to partial derivatives. So like, if I see an example question, then I can kind of figure out what you're confused about. If you say you're confused with the constant, you hold other things constant. Oh, nice, you get 3.77. Good, that's what I got. Yeah. Like if it's dx or dz and dy and dz. Yeah. Well, it depends what they're asking for. I was just working on this with a student. One sec. I'll go find it for you. Who am I looking for? Kate. It's in Kate's chat somewhere. Is it this one? No, it wasn't this one. It depends like what stuff is based on. Not this one. Where's the example question she had?
Is that the goal?
Yes, Ethan, I'm gonna work with you real quick here. One sec. I haven't forgotten about you. Oh, and Nick needs help too. Fuck, I got so many people that need help today. Let me show real quick where this comes from. Okay. All right. DZDS, DZDT, in terms of this is an example question I can do. What I like to always do is called like implicit differentiation first. So here we have z is equal to tan xy. I will just implicitly derive the whole thing. So this I would write as like the derivative of z is just 1, and then I would say dz. The derivative of a tangent is going to be secant squared, right, of xy. But then you have to multiply by the derivative of what's inside there. So the derivative of xy is a product rule. So that's derivative of x, which is 1. So I'm going to say dx. So I'm going to say like y dx plus x dy. And now when they ask, for instance, like what is... and they have all these other things. Wow. Oh, I see why this gets weird. Oh, in this case, I would just plug things in and then do it. Is that what they do? One sec, let me see. Yeah. There you go. These are the solutions. So we can just see how it works. Yeah. You haven't got to the chain rule? Yeah, well, this is how the chain rule works, right? So, yeah. DZDS is DZDX times DXDS plus DZDY plus DYDS. Yeah. If you, for instance, had like x squared y plus 3y squared x was equal to z, and they wanted, like, for instance, partial z, and let's say this is plus x, partial z, partial y. All this means is you take the derivative of this with respect to y, but you treat x as a constant. So this is the same thing as just a number, right? So the derivative of something times y, well, derivative of y is just 1. So this just becomes x squared times 1. This would become plus 6y. And then because this is a constant, because it's not a y, this then becomes 0. And so then this is your final answer. But yeah, where it gets more complicated is when you start doing the chain rule, where, for instance, z is a function of xy, but x is also a function of s and t, and y is a function of s and t. And then, yeah, it's a little bit more complicated. Yeah, partial derivatives are basically the same as regular derivatives. You're just treating the other variables as numbers. Yeah, no. So when you write this and they ask for dz dy, this is assuming that x and y are independent functions of each other. If they're not, then this becomes a little bit more difficult. Okay? Yeah, this is assuming x and y are independent. Yeah, okay, cool. All right, good. All right, nice.
Good job.
All right, feel better, Smog. Let's go help Ethan out. But yeah, come to me with your Calc 3 stuff. I'll help you out with it for sure.
Well done! Well done!
Okay. All right, Ethan. Let's see. What's your question? Programming. What is all this?
Yeah, Dr. Gold, I'm just a little confused about this thing. I mean, I would say it looks simple, but when I'm trying to figure it out, it's kind of challenging myself.
Endar, I like that. What is it? One second, let me pull this up. Endar, pull this up. Oh, dude, I love Paul's math notes. Yeah, go check this out, Smog. Yeah, Paul's math notes is fucking great, dude. This guy's a G, dude. Yeah, everyone. Yeah, if you ever want to learn math, like, I love this because then he has like the solutions, and he does a very good job of going through what like the teacher would do to make it harder. So he'll show like the basic thing, and he says, okay, but then this is the tricky thing that you have to look out for if they do this, and then they do this. I love Paul's. Yeah, Paul's online notes is a great guy. He's great. Although I think I found an error in one of his things. I was doing Heaviside Laplace transforms, and I saw something which I thought was wrong. Okay, here's Ethan's question, which is computer science. Okay. Okay. Interactive cafe ordering system. Program a basic interactive cafe ordering system using Python. It should have a menu, an order input, order summary, input validation, right? This is to make sure people don't put in bad things. And then a receipt. Cool. And it needs basic error handling. It needs an interactive UI using text-based menus. Okay, cool. You're not going to do a GUI because that requires external packages. Heaviside. Yeah. Oh, is it called Heaviside? Heaviside is wrong. Heaviside's wrong. The wrong way to pronounce it. Yeah, it's probably Heaviside. Okay. So, what's up, Alex? I saw Alex for a second there, dude. What's up, Alex? Okay, so in order to do this, this would require a lot of time for me to do. I can't do this in the next, like, 5 or 10 minutes. Because, what do you have a question about this, Ethan?
I don't know.
What's your question about it?
It's like, I'm questioning how should I do it then? I'm questioning how should it be set up. Do you know any pseudocode, or do you have any pseudocode at least, or?
Yeah. So pseudocode is usually, you want to define like what your methods are. So you're gonna want to have like some main function, right? Okay. And then you're gonna want to have something that is like display the menu, right? Which displays what the things are. So this would have like the main. This is like the menu. Sorry, this is the. No, that's okay. And then you could have something that like show order summary. And then you could say like generate receipt. That's how I would write. Whenever you're looking at code, you want to think about what things the program needs to do, and then how to break those into like individual functions. Is what I would say.
I mean, Datago, when you are looking at this, do you think it's actually easy to do?
Yeah, this is super easy. The only issue is that like for me to do it without using ChatGPT would probably take me about an hour, because I'd have to remember all the Python syntax, and I'd actually have to write the code for it. The beauty of ChatGPT these days is I can literally throw this into ChatGPT and it'll just write the code for you, because this isn't very difficult.
Like
I
did that. I mean, I know you did. I did copy and paste. Yeah. Okay. The thing is, when I paste this in the ChatGPT, do you want to see the code that it actually gives me?
I know what the code it probably gives you, because I can do the same thing as well. Like I can literally copy it, and I probably have a nicer ChatGPT than you do. So,
possibly. I wanted like simple, because we haven't done stuff like arrays in Python. So like, maybe the very basics of Python then, or in tkinter.
What's the one? GDB, is that the one you guys use? Yeah, this one, right?
Well, I use it, yeah, but I don't think they have tkinter
Yeah,
in there.
there you go. Yeah, look, this literally works. Do you see this? Like, I just copy paste this code in, and then it's like, enter the item you want to order. I'd be like, cool, 1. Enter the quantity, cool. Would you like an extra shot of espresso? Wow.
Well, I don't think that's required, right?
Oh man, that's too funny. Well,
nah.
Did they say?
I got my own.
Yeah, I see.
Oh wait, do I need?
But look, this is kind of
like
this is kind of the same thing, right? Remember when I was talking about the pseudocode, right? It like there's a display the menu. There's a print receipt, and then there's some stuff for validating. So it says like get valid quantity. This is what makes sure that people are putting in the right thing. This makes sure that they're putting in the right menu item. And then there's yeah. I mean, this works. It's cool.
How would I be able to input this into like a interactive GUI kind of thing? Because I don't think they just want that typing out thing.
The GUI is way harder because then you need certain packages to like display windows and stuff. The easiest way to do this is with text. Like doing something with text like this is the easiest way to write code to do things.
I think they need that.
No, this is fine. Your teacher said you could either use
what? No. It says it in the instructions, tkinter.
No. It says interactive UI, okay? It says using text-based menus, which that's what we showed. Or a simple GUI using tkinter, but fuck that, dude. That'd take way too much time.
Surprise, motherfucker!
I literally hate tkinter. Like I took a class last semester with tkinter. That thing gave me an absolute headache to get through. I only ended up getting a B+.
Yeah, you don't need that.
I absolutely hated that.
There you go. There's a bunch of code. Which did it even copy all of it? I don't even think it did, actually, honestly. Oh, it did.
I do not mean to. Are you hearing all of the Discord messages in the background?
No.
No? Okay. Good thing. But yes. So if I can just copy and paste this code and then just put in my own menu that I already have, then I should be good?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it basically works. Yeah. It's the same thing.
This is a cheat.
It is cheating. It's 100% cheating.
No, 100% cheating. It's like it's not 100% cheating. It's just that it's like a I don't know how to say it, but it's like it's a
tool
curving around it.
It's called a shortcut, which is kind of like cheating.
Okay, but I have to I mean, do I have to remove some stuff then to make it look legit?
The problem is that like when you start removing things, if you don't know what you're removing, you're gonna break it really quickly. So, I don't know. That's up to your teacher. Because if your teacher actually checks your code and you haven't learned arrays, but yet you're using arrays, then they're gonna probably. Yeah, exactly, Spindle. I agree 100% with Spindle, which is that you're not going to learn shit from doing this. Correct. Yes, exactly.
Okay.
But Endar's right as well. I can ask ChatGPT to rewrite this code without using arrays, and it'll do it.
Yeah, could you do that? Because I did not learn any single arrays any at all.
Yeah, I guess so. Where did I have it? Yeah. I mean, you kind of need arrays for this, man, though. You kind of do. It's not easy to write it without arrays. Here we go. Write this code using only. Now you're prompting for him. Yeah. Using simple Python and nothing like arrays. Okay, whatever. It'll do it.
I can't see that.
You can literally just you can tell to do this. Yeah, the issue here though, the issue with doing this, Ethan, is that you're not going to learn anything about coding.
I don't care. I just want to be done with this work. I want to be.
I know, dude. This is the whole problem. It's the whole problem. Kids are just like, I just want to be done. Like, I don't want to do this anymore.
This thing will give me a headache. I do not want. I got a quiz and a test to study for tomorrow. I can't waste so much time with this.
Yeah, you know what? It's so interesting because this is how life works, right? You know.
Yeah, I know.
The only way to learn is to suffer. You gotta learn. You gotta have like a bad time trying to figure things out, and you gotta get kind of screwed on like deadlines and things.
It's like I rather turn over a new leaf in college.
Okay, so that's called procrastinating.
Yes.
That's when that's when people in December are just like eating fucking hot dogs and fat fuckery and saying like, well, you know what? When it's January 1st, then I'm gonna be healthy. It's just like, why are you waiting till January 1st? Just do it now.
Man,
I understand.
I'm deep into the semester, but how will I be able to apply myself now? I barely have any time left as it is.
I know, you gotta make some hard decisions though. You gotta make some decisions on this comes down to classic time management, right? You know? And again, you're not alone, Ethan. Like, bro, I was guilty of this for sure. A lot of times, especially when I was in my undergrad years in physics, I had so many other things due, and again, probably didn't manage my time well because I was out partying and having fun and enjoying life, that yes, I would just straight copy some homework in quantum mechanics or something because I just didn't understand it. I knew I wasn't going to have time to understand it, and it was just due, and you're just playing the game. You're like, well, the rules are this, I need to do this. The problem is that like that will always bite you in the end. Getting by and getting whatever the grade now, cool, but the long-term effects of that, in this case, you not actually learning how to code, is way more detrimental because, as Spindle was saying, if he was an IT person and you can't explain the code, he would never hire you. So here's what I would say, Ethan.
Okay.
Whatever. Use this shortcut to, you know, not fail your class, but then really try to make an effort when you're turning your new leaf, and don't wait till college to actually learn how to code, because it is a very valuable thing to know, not just for writing code, but just for like logic and stuff. It's useful. Okay,
right,
but there you go. I sent you the simple code. That one works as well. That one doesn't use any arrays.
All right, thanks. I'll just import my own one. Thanks.
Obi, yeah, you're good. Obi said, all right, good to see you, Ethan. You're good, dude. Obi says, or worse, yeah, let me get you a coin. I'll give you a coin. I'll give you a coin for cheating.
I'm not cheating. I am not cheating.
Taking a shortcut.
Thank you for that. Anyways, yeah, okay. I gotta study for stuff. Later.
All right, study. Do well on your test. Okay. Obi says, or worse, will you be willing to take shortcuts in your professional career? Which people do. It's just, I think sometimes it's called optimizing at that point, right? You know, if you find a way to, do something faster, and the damage to the integrity of your work is negligible, like not detectable, then yeah, I mean, go for it. ChatGPT, can you give me a list of 5 things I did this week? Who are you, Elon Dog? What's this? Do I need to tell you the 5 things I did? If you like gaming, try to make basic game with Godot. Great way to learn. That's cool. Yeah, the other one is called Scratch, right? They use Scratch for things. Okay. I gotta go teach another student vector calc, so let's close the stream out and move on. All right, cool. Here we go. Thank you, everyone, for coming to Actual Education Office Hours today. Appreciate everyone who came through, asked some questions, learned some stuff. Make sure to join our Discord. It's somewhere in one of the links there. What is the integral of square root of tangent of x? I don't know. I gotta go real quick. But if you want to ask someone else, we have a lot of other awesome math streamers here, and here is the calendar of when they stream. So please go ask. We will be back tomorrow, by the way. We're gonna be streaming on Tuesday at an hour later from what we started today. So that'll be 4 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Mountain, 6 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, it's like 4, 5, 6, 7. That's what it is, right? Yeah, 4, 5, 6, 7. But yes, thanks, trying the boss. But yeah, make sure our Discord. Actually, I don't have the Discord on the vertical, do I? Just go to discord.gg/ actual EDU. It should be there. And you can find out whenever we're doing other streams. Okay, let's go raid somebody. I always like to do this. Go support another streamer that's out there. And come on by tomorrow. We'll help you out. Hey, what's up, Mohammed? Welcome back. We are just ending the stream right now because I gotta go teach another kid vector calc. Let's see. Someone is doing Super Mario and Yoshi. Someone's doing Together for Legendary Women in STEM. High Potential is at a conference. That's pretty cool. Interview with Utah State paleontologist on southern Utah. All right, whatever. Let's go raid this guy. He's usually kind of fun. Dinosaurs and stuff. Yeah, there we go. Let's just start a raid. Okay, cool. All right, awesome. Okay. Have a wonderful rest of your Monday. Great start to your week. We will see you tomorrow. Peace out.